Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a favorites video. I literally have like two color palettes, and that's black or obnoxious. And that's about it. But I'm actually living for this beanie. Anyways, if you're curious about this eye look, I did just film it, so it'll be the most recent video before this one. Does that make any sense? I don't know. What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're gonna do this favorites video. I don't have a ton of beauty products to talk about because I haven't been buying as much lately, but I do have some things I want to say. So we're gonna talk about that in just a second. But if you guys are new here, hi, I'm Kendra. I post beauty/lifestyle videos every week, and I'd love to have you guys join the family. And don't forget to check out my Instagram and Twitter because those are my fave social medias. I'm pretty active on them. So if you want to see what I'm up to on a daily basis, those are the places to do it. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get right on into it. Okay, so I want to start off with the beauty product I've been the most obsessed with for the last couple of months, and this is the Tatcha the Silk Canvas Filter Finish Protective Primer. Apparently that's the full name. This is a smoothing primer, and boy does it smooth. I have really dry skin, so I only use it on like my nose, and if you've watched the last couple of beauty videos I've done, you've seen me use this, so you know how, when, and where, and why I use it. I use a moisturizing primer on everywhere else on my face, but for this I just use on my nose, and I end up pulling it a little bit out into my cheeks and a little bit up into the center of my forehead, but I get really dry on my cheeks and my forehead, so I try not to do it too much. Not that this is a drying primer, because it's not, but it's just not gonna moisturize you at all. So if you have dry skin, do what I do, but if you don't have dry skin, you probably love this all over your face. This keeps me from getting shiny on my nose longer than any other primer in the world, and I've tried a lot of different primers on my nose to like keep the shine away, and nothing works. This works the most, like the longest throughout the day. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Great, love it, highly recommend. Is it hella pricey? Yes, but I think it's worth the coin. So this lipstick by ColourPop, it's not a new lipstick, it's the Luxe regular formula, not matte. This is the shade Layover. I have been wearing this so often when I don't have another lipstick to wear. It's like a very gorgeous mid-tone nude that has like, it has like a brown undertone, it has a little bit of like a warm peachy undertone. I've been loving this. I've just been throwing it on. These lipsticks are so easy to wear, especially the nude formulas, like the nude colors. Love them. So I definitely recommend checking these out. Plus they're like $7 and they're super great. The matte ones are great. The satin ones are great. I know I've mentioned this, like in general, the Luxe lipsticks by ColourPop in previous favorites videos, but they're great and you should pick them up. The next product I've probably mentioned like, you know, maybe a year ago, maybe a few months ago, but this is the Ofra Mai Tai blush. I've just been reaching for this every single day. It's actually the blush I'm wearing on my cheeks right now. And lately I've been loving like really blushed, flushed cheeks and light on the bronzer, which used to be the other way around. But I'm trying to look as young as possible because aging scares me. So I've been really packing on the blush. And if you guys know me, you know that I can only really wear orange or like neon or corally kind of blushes. Like peachy, orange, or coral. I hate all other blushes. I don't know why. I can't get behind them. That's how I've been for like the last year and a half. Like I've only been able to use orange, corally, or peachy blushes. And I don't know if that's gonna change anytime soon because apparently the like Pantone, is that the name? The color of the year next year is coral, so we're gonna see a lot more of that. The next product I've been reaching for a lot is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked. It's funny because I like some of these products, but not all of them. I love the bronzer. It's the bronzer I'm wearing right now, but it's kind of hard to tell because of my beanie and my hair. But I did use this in the last video, so if you want to see what it looks like on the skin, that's a great video to check out. This blush is really pretty. I heard it's similar to a MAC blush, but since MAC is not cruelty-free, I don't use MAC, so I was like, oh cool, if it's similar to MAC blush, let's see what it looks like. The highlighter is really pretty, but I feel like it doesn't last all day on the skin. The products I do love are the finishing powder right here, the bronzer, and the blush. I'll swatch them for you. Well, I'll swatch all of these in case you were curious. Well, I'm not gonna swatch these two finishing powders because it's a finishing powder, like a setting powder, so it's not going to show you what the product is like, you know what I mean? Not gonna help you at all. So here are those 4 colors. I kind of wish the blush was a little bit more warm, like a little bit more corally. It is a very pretty blush, but it's not super, it's very dull, I guess I could say. So what I've done a lot when I use it is mix it with something a little bit brighter, because this has a really gorgeous sheen to it. Or I just use it and use a little bit more, or I just use it and I am going for something a little bit softer that day, you know what I mean? But it is really stunning on the cheeks. I actually have never used this blush. Maybe one day when I do like a mauve-y look, but I don't do mauve that much because I don't really do cool tones that much, I guess. The bronzer though, I love it. And this palette is awesome. I love the huge mirror. You can do so much in this mirror. I took this when I went to Taiwan and Shanghai, and I used this every single day. Loved it. The next product I've been reaching for a ton is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Tinted Moisturizer. I have the shade Fair. When I first bought this, like, I don't remember how long ago, I think it's beginning of the summer, I wasn't sure how to use it because I couldn't get it to stick to my nose. Well, after finding this baby, this Tatcha hella expensive primer, this sticks to my nose like a dream. So I've been using this a lot lately. It really gives you like zero coverage. It really kind of just evens things out, which I love. But if you don't like that, don't reach for this at all. Don't pick this up. Don't even test it because you're not gonna like it. But if you're looking for something that gives you a lot of moisture and just a skin evener, like not coverage, you're gonna love this. I am wearing it today, and I also have the First Aid Beauty Bendy Avocado Concealers on to conceal and brighten, which I put in my last favorites video, so that's why I didn't include them here. But I love this. I love the way it looks on my skin. It's not as amazing as the Bare Minerals Tinted Complexion Rescue, because you guys know that's like my favorite thing ever, but it comes very close. I'll be 100% honest. It comes very close. I definitely see it being like a holy grail product. The only thing that sucks is the shade range is absolutely like tragic. There's just not enough shades. This is the shade Fair, and it is even a little too orangey for me, but I can get away with it because it's a tinted moisturizer, so it just blends into the skin rather than adding coverage of that color. Does that make sense? But hopefully they expand the shade range and make it more accessible to everyone. I've barely been talking for 7 minutes and I'm already out of breath. The next thing I want to talk about is kind of like in general, but also specific. Does that make sense? This is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. If you guys have been around my channel, you know that I'm obsessed with this formula, always have been, always will be, but this is the shade Amaze, and I've used this before in videos, so it's nothing new, but it is such an easy shade to just like throw on your lid and go, and it's just, it makes your lid look wet. It's just this gorgeous color. It's almost cool toned, but not really, like maybe a warmy kind of taupe shade. But I don't know, I just love it, and it's one of those shades that I can throw on my lid and just use my finger, not even have to use a brush, not even have to use another shade in the transition. It just looks good all over the lid, and lately I've been giving myself no time to do makeup in the morning, so this has been saving my butt when I want to add something onto my lids. But I also use lots of other shades to do that because I love the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow formula. The next beauty product is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This is nothing new to everyone else, but I used to use this like 3-ish years ago, and I kind of stopped because I hated spending like, what, 32 bucks every month and a half or so to pick up a new one. So lately I bought this one, which is a travel size, when I was going to Taiwan, and it saved my life there because Taiwan is so humid, which is great for my dry skin. Like, it made me feel great because my eczema went away for a little bit. It was just amazing. But I love this. This is great stuff. I actually need to buy the full size because this is my second travel size, and I just don't want to bite the bullet and buy the full size because I'm just cheap. But you save money and get more products, so I really need to, and yeah. As far as beauty products, that's about it, but I have some other things to share with you, like this t-shirt, which is from Lolo Zwei. I think that's how you say her name, Zwei. She is like my new fave singer, and this is some of her merch. She didn't tour anywhere near me, but I bought this from her website, and this is like my style, like kind of like these, I don't know, these baggy t-shirts. I'm not girly, and yes, I know I'm wearing a hot pink beanie, but like, that's not girly. I don't know, I'm not into like girl clothes. I don't know. Anyways, love this shirt. I'll talk more about Lolo in a little bit because I'm gonna mention my music favorites. This beanie is friggin' my jam. This is from ASOS. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I have like 2 color palettes, and it's black or like obnoxious, and this is obnoxious. Like, have you guys seen my Instagram pictures with that bright yellow jacket that I took to, like, it's a puffer jacket, and I took it to Shanghai when we went, and all my pictures are in it, which is kind of a dang shame because now I can't post a bunch of pictures because they're all the same in that same jacket, but what are you gonna do? The next 2 items are also from ASOS, and the first thing are these boots, which like come the freak on. How gorgeous are these? They have some scuffs on them probably, which I haven't cleaned from the boots like hitting each other when I walk or when I sit. But like, I'm living for these so much, and they're actually quite comfy. Like, not super comfy, but pretty comfy, you know? I will link them down below if they're still available because I love black boots. The next pair of black boots are also from ASOS, and they are these. Like, holy moly. Do you see these? Anyways, I bought these when they were having a sale, and I actually need to be more careful when I walk because I was at a NBA game last night, and I was wearing these, and I was walking up the concrete steps on the outside, and I scuffed the front. Since these aren't real leather, I don't buy real leather. It's like pleather, so it scratches off really easily. So I'm gonna just like take like a Sharpie or something and color it in. It's just this tiny little scuff, but they're brand freaking new. I've had them for like a week, so I'm not trying to ruin these babies already, even though I already did. As far as other things go, I already mentioned it in my last year's video, but you guys know Peaky Blinders is my favorite TV show of all time ever. So if you're trying to watch a new TV show, go into Netflix and watch Peaky Blinders. It's the best. I got a new phone. I got the iPhone XS Plus, and it's pretty dang cool. I'm not gonna lie. I can do like the cool let's do it right now. I can do like this really cool thing where it's called Memoji, and I got to make my own face, and I always wanted to do this. Did I stop it? Did I stop it? I thought I was filming the whole thing. And I wasn't. I only filmed the end. Did I stop it? So obviously, I'm still getting used to that. But I've been like on a wild kick with music lately. Like, I don't know if you guys saw my tweet, but when I did my like Spotify thing like throughout the year, it said I listened to 33 days of music. So that's a lot of music. Let's get to Lolo's Why though, because she's like my new favorite artist ever. Like, I love her. She's like on the level of how much I love Billie Eilish. And she just puts out some good shiz. I might have already showed these, but I'm gonna do it again. Oh, this one's really good though. Such a good song. Love her. Check her out. I will put everything down below because she needs the clout. Like, she's freaking fantastic. I've been listening to a lot of this band called Nothing But Thieves. I've liked them for a long time, but I've been listening to more of their stuff now recently. I think they're from England, like from the UK, which all my favorite people are from the UK and New Zealand. So something about those accents, man. Something about them. Also Ireland. That's like, it goes like, holy crap, I don't know if I could, I don't know. They're like my 3 favorite places ever, and I've never been. So I don't know if I could like 1, 2, and 3 them. Like, I think they're just all on the same level. Maybe England first. Maybe England. But then the second 2, I'm like, I don't freaking know. Okay, enough talking about that. Anyways, great band, Nothing But Thieves. If you like, I don't know, like alternative kind of ish. I don't really know as far as like other music, what I've been listening to right now. This is like Christmas music. Oh, I'll be right back. I gotta tell you guys about a book. It's so freaking good. Hi guys. Quick little story. Reading is like my 3rd favorite thing to do ever of all time. and I had a really, really bad drought where I just didn't read for like years, and I can't tell you how much of a happier person I am reading. So if you are like me, or if you like stories, or like in general you're just very like I love stories. That's why I love reading, that's why I love movies, that's why I love TV shows, because I thrive off of other people's stories. You need to read. This book, called The Cruel Prince, is my new like second favorite book ever of all time. My first favorite book ever of all time is Fire by Kristen Cashore. And then it's probably this, and then probably Hunger Games, and then probably Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge, I think. I'm not gonna talk very much, but I'm gonna tell you how good this is. I was talking to my booktuber friend, which I will link her channel down below. Her name is Majel. She's honestly the cutest, prettiest person ever, and she's from Canada, and she's my first friend ever from Canada, so I feel like really special to have her. Anyways, I messaged her on Instagram when I finished this, because this was like her favorite book of the year, I think, and I was like, holy crap, this is amazing. And she goes, it's not even a book, it's an experience. And I was like, I couldn't have said it better myself. It is an experience. I'm gonna read the back really fast. Jude was 7 when her parents were murdered, and she and her 2 sisters were stolen away to live in the treacherous High Court of Fairy. 10 years later, Jude wants nothing more than to belong there, but many of the Fae despise humans, especially Prince Carden, the youngest and wickedest son of the High King. To win a place at court, Jude must defy him and face the consequences. It doesn't sound that like eye-catching, I guess you could say, just from the back of the book. That's why I'm pretty sure I've picked up this book at Barnes & Noble's and read the back and been like, maybe later. But after all the great things I heard about this, I can't freaking tell you. The second book comes out in like 2 weeks, and I've already pre-ordered it. I'm so freaking excited. I guess I'm kind of lucky that I didn't start reading this till now, rather than when it first came out, like I think last January, like January, almost a year ago. Please just do yourself a favor and read this book. Like, I read this in less than 48 hours. I think the amount of time I read this was probably like 8 or 10 hours. So good. So good that I even like read it at work online, and didn't work when I should have been working. So the next book I finished was the Guernsey Literary Potato Peel Pie Society. This is a movie on Netflix, which if you haven't seen that movie, you need to see it. It's like one of my favorite movies of all time. It is so amazing. I love Lily James. She's one of my favorite actresses ever. And then you have, I forget his name, but he's on Game of Thrones as Dario Naharis, and he's also was on Nashville for a while, and I watched that show. I used to watch that show. It got really bad, so I stopped watching, but I used to watch that show. So cute. And then it's got Glenn Powell, which if you watched Scream Queens, which was an amazing show. He's like, in the first season, he's like, what's her name? What's the name? Chanel's boyfriend. He's freaking hilarious. Like, he's best friends with Nick Jonas's character. It's amazing. Anyways, this book is so cute. It's written all in back and forth in letters, which is very interesting how they turned it into movie form. But it's a really quick read. I think it's like 200, just a little over 280 pages. No, a little less than 200 pages. Nope, I cannot talk. A little less than 280 pages. And it is like really quick read. Like, I read both of these in the last week. So I read this in 2 days, and I read this in like 2.5 days. So if you're looking for something to do on your downtime, especially during this winter break, maybe you're in high school or college and you have like 2 to 4 weeks depending on where you go, read those books, especially Cruel Prince. Anyways, I feel like this video is so long, so I don't have anything else to talk about. I'm still obsessed with Marvel, in case you're wondering. Still some of my fave movies ever. We just saw Aquaman 2 nights ago. It's pretty good, worth a watch. Not as great as it should have been. The writing in certain areas was a little bit lackluster, a little bit too cheesy, a little bit predictable, but everyone else, like, all the acting was great and the story was good. Like, I liked it. So it's worth a watch for sure. And we've seen so many movies the last little bit. What else did we see? Saw The Grinch. It was okay. The one with Jim Carrey is obviously a million times better, but it was good. I liked it. It's gonna kill me. We saw literally like 5 movies in the last 7 days, and so it's gonna kill me if I don't, like, remember them. Oh my freaking gosh, we saw Spider-Man into the, I can't talk. We saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That is one of the best movies of the year, hands down. You need to go see it. It is so good. The voice acting, the animation, the story, it was I can't even explain to you how good it was. You have to go see it if you didn't. We saw Fantastic Beasts like twice. I really loved it, you guys. I really loved it. I liked it better than the first one, but I think it's because it gets more into the story. I love all the actors and actresses. I love everything about it, and it's 1920s, which is my favorite time period ever of all time. Duh. We saw Wreck-It Ralph, which was good. Like, wasn't as good as the first Wreck-It Ralph, but I really liked it still, so definitely go see it. And then we saw Deadpool, Once Upon a Deadpool, which if you're wondering, it's basically the exact same movie. They just added those scenes with Fred Savage, like in the, you know, in the promos, he's with Fred Savage. They just added those into the movie. It was great. Go see it. Anyways, this video is gonna be too long. What's new? Okay guys, I want to let you guys go. Oh, if we share any of the same favorites, please let me know in the comments down below, or if there's anything that you've been reaching for, whether it's beauty, books, send me those book recommendations. Movies, please let me know down below so that I can try them out, or let you know if I've tried them out, or all that kind of stuff. Let's chat. Let's have a conversation. I will respond. Please let me know down below. I'm gonna let you guys go though. Have a great morning, noon, evening, day or night, whenever happens to be that you're watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.